Have you ever been assigned a task that you are assured would have no effect? Have you ever witnessed a person do the same action over and over with the belief that something different would occur? This can be frustrating, a waste of time and energy. Would it not be wonderful if there was a way to know for a fact that your action would have an effect? There is such a way. God. This is Inspirational Moments. The nation of Israel was in trouble. The king Ahab was in charge and not in favor with God. 1 Kings 16:30 and 31. Now Ahab the son of Omri did evil in the sight of the Lord, more than all who were before him. And it came to pass, as though it had been a trivial thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, that he took as wife Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Sidonians, and he went and served Baal and worshipped him. The transgressions of Ahab would go further. 1 Kings 16:33. And Ahab made a wooden image, and Ahab did more to provoke the Lord God of Israel to anger than all the kings of Israel who were before him. Elijah the prophet of the Lord and Ahab his wife and the priests of Baal would eventually have a showdown. 1 Kings 18:20-24. So Ahab sent for all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together on Mount Carmel. And Elijah came to all the people and said, How long will you falter between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him, and if Baal, follow him. But the people answered him not a word. Then Elijah said to the people, I alone am left a prophet of the Lord, but Baal's prophets are 450 men. Therefore, let them give us 2 bulls, and let them choose 1 bull for themselves, cut it in pieces, and lay it on the wood, but put no fire under it. And I will prepare the other bull, and lay it on the wood, but put no fire under it. Then you call on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord. And the God who answers by fire, he is God. So all the people answered and said, It is well spoken. The priests of Baal would have the advantage in choice of sacrifice and would be allowed to go first. 1 Kings 18:26-29. So they took the bull which was given them, and they prepared it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even till noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice. No one answered. Then they leaped about the altar which they had made. And so it was at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, Cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is meditating, or he is busy, or he is on a journey, or perhaps he is sleeping and must be awakened. So they cried aloud, cut themselves, as was their custom, with knives and lances, until the blood gushed out on them. And when midday was past, they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice. But there was no voice. No one answered. No one paid attention. The priests of Baal had no luck, despite their best efforts. Then it was the turn of Elijah, the prophet of the Lord, and he would operate with a disadvantage. 1 Kings 18:33. And he put the wood in order, cut the bull in pieces, and laid it on the wood, and said, Fill 4 water pots with water and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. Elijah had his altar and offering soaked with water, despite the objective to be to have the offering be consumed with fire. The episode continues in 1 Kings 18:37-39. Hear me, O Lord, hear me, that this people may know that you are the Lord God, and that you have turned their hearts back to you again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and it licked up the water that was in the trench. Now when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces and said, The Lord, He is God. The Lord, He is God. The children of Israel, Ahab, his wife, and the priests of Baal were witnesses to the victory of God and Elijah. The priests of Baal and their believers acted in vain. They did all they could do, had the advantage, yet were not successful. God was the difference. Matthew 19:26. But Jesus looked at them and said to them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. And in 1 Corinthians 15:58, Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. The children of Israel were worshiping in vain. They were following a system with no power. The followers of Baal were destined to fail in this endeavor. God has the power. He made the impossible possible. With God, nothing we do will be in vain. If you have not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button for more inspirational moments and ring the notification bell to get videos as they are posted. And if you were inspired by this video, click the like button and don't forget to share with others. Join us next week for more inspirational moments.